Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back for you guys that have watched some of my videos before. So today I decided to do the promised upgrade video on my Stumpjumper Alloy 2021, and I'm just out in nature. As you can see, I'm out for a ride in beautiful Sweden, in Karlskrona. So I thought about, I'm going to talk about some parts that I've upgraded while I'm out on a ride. So I will stop at different places, and so you have a nice little background. So this is my Stumpjumper Alloy 2021. So the first thing I want to mention is that this bike came with a flip chip, and I haven't touched this flip chip until about a month ago. Where I decided to see what happens if I change the position, and I'm just going to show you where the flip chip sits on the Stumpjumper. And it is this little part here. It comes originally in the low position, so the bike is going to be a little bit longer and great for cornering and stuff, I assume. Now I have changed the position to the high position, which is going to raise the bottom bracket slightly. So if you guys, so it's gonna change the geometry slightly on the bike. But for my personal riding, I find that this bike handles a lot better since I've done it. I like this little bit higher position, and I've had much less paddle strikes as before, because the bottom bracket is slightly raised as well. So to do it, you basically take out this screw on both sides and turn it over. There are some videos about it. Unfortunately, I didn't film it, but if you want some more information about it, just leave me a comment and I'll try to explain this to you. Yeah, I really like it in this position. It depends on where you're riding as well. One thing I need to say that after I flipped the chip, I had to shorten my chain a tiny little bit. But I'm not sure if this is, it depends how you have your chain set up. But nothing major. It was very easy. It took about 5 minutes to do. And while I'm talking about the back of the bike, I can talk a little bit about the drivetrain. And this is something I have changed, and there's a video about it on my channel. I think some of you watched it and I have some questions as well. So I have changed it to the NX drivetrain, the NX 12-speed derailleur, the NX 12-speed cassette, and the NX stub cranks, and the bottom bracket, the DAP bottom bracket. And I'm running an absolute black 30-tuss oval chainring, and my Crank Brothers Stump 1 pedals. I love these guys. I know they're budget, but nothing wrong with these pedals at all. I think they have great grip. Fantastic value for the price. And to go with this drivetrain, I bought a GX shifter, mainly because the price difference wasn't that great, so why not have the better shifter? And I think this is awesome, the GX shifter. And I'm running a GX chain too, mainly for the same reason as for the shifter. It was only a few quid extra, so why not have the better chain? I think it works fabulous. Let's talk some tires. So in the front, as you can see, I'm running a Butcher T9 Grid Trail. So this is the Specialized Butcher T9 Grid Trail, 2.6 inch. And in the rear, I'm running a Specialized Purgatory Grid, 2.6 inch. I think it's a great tire combination. Maybe not the best mud clearance in the world, but fabulous. So the T9 in the front, it's a little bit softer rubber than the T5 in the back. But as a combination, great. I can highly recommend it. My tires are of course tubeless setup with mug off. I have some blue mug off valves front and back, and some mug off tubeless fluid in the tires. So it's good to point out that the rims on this bike, the original rims, which I kept as well, the Roval, they come tubeless ready, tubeless setup, so there's tape on the rims already, so even if you keep the original tires, it's just all about open it up, take out the tube, the inner tube, put some tubeless valves and some sealant in, and you're ready to go. The original tire setup was great, and I only switched them over because I had almost no tread left on them. So I rode a few thousand kilometers last year, 5,000 kilometers I think this bike went, and it was time for some new tires, so I thought I go with a little bit of a wider tire, which is a bit more confidence inspiring. Furthermore, you see that I have changed the saddle on this bike. It came with a specialized bridge saddle, and I have bought a women's specifics SMC Sport Gel saddle, and I'm very happy with it. It's extremely comfortable to all you women out there. My bottle cage is specialized black and red. And as you can see, I have a frame protection kit on parts of my bike, and this is the black zebra from Drivetrain.com. I think it's absolutely beautiful on this color. Let's talk a bit about the cockpit before we move on to the fork. And as you can see, I'm running the original bars that I got with this bike, and there's a specialized riser bar, but I have shortened it a bit, so I'm running it at 740 millimeters, together with Ergon GA3 grips and a 40mm race face stem. So let's talk about the fork. I upgraded to the RockShox Revelation 140mm debonair fork. The fork features a rebound adjuster, low speed compression and debonair. So this fork came with 140mm of travel. Now you may wonder, is there a big difference between the RockShox 35 Silver that came with this bike originally and the RockShox Revelation? And my first impressions are the bike reacts better. It feels plush and beautiful. Now I've only had this fork on for a few days, but I'm already very impressed with this upgrade. I'm running some mud guards on this bike as well. And in the front I have a mud hugger, a bit more of a permanent solution, and on the back is a BB fender just to protect the rear shock. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.